Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and today we are taking a look at the DC Universe Heroes of the Deep from the Young Justice, Aquaman and Aqualad. I finally picked up this 2-pack, and I waited long enough that I picked up these two figures for $9.99, which basically I'm only picking up this 2-pack to get Aquaman, as he was not released in a single carded figure, and this will now make the fourth Aqualad Calder figure that I own to complete the Hall of Justice and to get Aquaman here. The first two packs released were Batman and Robin and Aquaman and Aqualad. And the first initial Aqualad that they had shown on package was going to be a shirtless Aqualad. They have since changed it to the show-accurate red shirt with the eels that his water bearer ears eels are not activated. Wow, cannot talk today, Rob. Activated, there you go, on this particular figure. It's really kind of sad that I think this is probably the last Young Justice figure that I will be reviewing. As we all know by now, the Young Justice line has been canceled, with the exception that Matty Collector is offering Superboy, and these are in the 6-inch scale, Superboy and Miss Martian in 2-pack through Matty Collector, and they have to meet a certain quota, and they're not saying what that quota is. I kind of wish they would, so people could see where the number is on the figures that have to be ordered to enable them to get made. I've been asked by a couple different people if I'm going to pre-order those two figures. Sadly, no, I'm not. I have bought a lot of action figures this last year, and a $50 price tag on those two figures is really, really hard to swallow. In my opinion, those two figures are not $50. In stores, they were $21, $22. So let's just say they said they were $40. I think I could probably stomach a $40 figure, but with them both being $50, and you are definitely going to have to tack on shipping to get them, they could be $55, $56. So actually probably closer to $60 by the time it's all said and done. And then, of course, you're going to have people that are going to try and get them to sell them on eBay, and they're just going to go right through the roof. So sadly, I'm probably going to miss out on the main figure that we want is Miss Martian. Yes, we're going to get a show-accurate Superboy, but that's a discussion for another time. Let's get through the box of these two figures, and maybe we can continue that discussion just a little bit. The box is the standard for the 2-packs. We'll read the write-up here. It says, to the surface world, King Orin of Atlantis is better known as Aquaman. I probably said his name wrong. When Orin's life was saved by Calderam, a young Aqualantian sorcery student, Aquaman offered Calder the chance to become his protege, Aqualad. And you can see the other figures here from this initial wave, or it'll be Batman in the 4-inch line here, or the 3 1/4, however you want to cut it. It would be Batman and Robin, Ra's al Ghul and Cheshire, Aquaman and Aqualad. Those were wave 1. Wave 2 was supposed to be Ra's al Ghul and Cheshire, and the Flash and Kid Flash, and of course we know they have a little sticker. This is actually a sticker. I could probably peel that off. They put available early in 2012. They added another 2-pack of Martian Manhunter and Miss Martian to give us the Amazo Collect and Connect wave, and then you see the first wave of the 6-inch figures with the dioramas that I absolutely loved, were Robin, Artemis, and Aqualad. So we'll leave this here real quick and take a look at the two figures. And of course, we'll look at Aqualad first. It's going to be the easiest to review. It's exactly the same as every other Aqualad that we have. The only minor difference in this figure is that the eels, as I had said before, are not painted blue, and he only had one water bearer. I think it was just this one, because the other one had the water sword on it, and this one they gave him basically the powered down version, and both water bearers are on his back. So it's the same exact figure. There's articulation is exactly the same. There's nothing really else to go over on the figure, because now this should have been the first one that I reviewed, and I would have said this is very good, I like the figure, but I've already kind of said that with the other 2 Aqualads already. So we'll slide him off to the side. He does come with the display base like Batman and Robin did. As you can see, his says, and probably can read it there, B-0-2, and that's Aqualad. Nice cool little base. But the main reason I bought this figure, this 2-pack, was for Aquaman, to have an Aquaman. Since there aren't a whole lot of other Justice Leaguers that came with the 2-packs or just as a single carded figure, it is really cool to finally have Aquaman up there. Not really sure if I'm crazy about the bearded Aquaman. I kind of like him without the beard. It does make him look a little older, but I do like it. It's basically the same body type as Batman and Captain Atom, and even the Flash a little bit. Same hands, kind of sculpted outwardly funny. It looks like he could hold something. He does not come with any accessories. Like Calder, they put the fins on and made the fins look more like a boot type of thing that he would wear to help him swim. Although you would think with him being an Atlantean he could just swim without the fins, but that's the direction they decided to take it with this Young Justice. The belt is a sculpted piece here, just like Batman and Robin's. This, I have seen different people review that this belt does come off somehow, but I am not going to take it off. So yeah, I am very happy to finally finish all of the figures that I could put on the Hall of Justice. So without further ado, let's remove the box, and here we are with the rest of the figures. Now this may be something I have to probably back the camera clear out, but what I'm going to do is take out this Calder Aqualad, put in Aquaman here. Just like all of them, their feet bend really weird. The figures are naturally kind of leaning forward to give that heroic stance, but that also causes them to want to fall over. So you have to really bend their feet to make them stay, and I can just see that Aqualad is probably, Aquaman's going to want to fall. Of course he is right there. That's just great for a review. Then I'm probably going to spend all this time bending feet because the water boys here don't want to stand. I have to arch his back a little bit. Of course he knocked over Speedy. And Speedy's boots are the exact same way. That's my big problem with these figures. They were really cool. I think Mattel thought these were going to go out really good and do very well for them, and unfortunately they did not, although I'm the sucker that bought all of them. But so that's why the line just came to a screeching halt. And I forgot to say, here's Aquaman's base. It's 0-6 Aquaman, so same thing. So finally, I have every single one of the figures, and these figures won't stand really well, but I have the Stealth Suit Robin, of course, the original Aqualad that we got, Stealth Suit Kid Flash, Stealth Suit Aqualad, and the normal single-carded Kid Flash. And if you ask me, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures that they did not need made. They were probably easy figures to do, same body mold, painted, but they could have introduced us to 5 other characters, and it wouldn't have been such a throwaway to get these. These are probably going to go in a box somewhere and just kind of sit there. So that's 5 wasted pieces of plastic they could have made into 5 different heroes. Put them off to the side. Again, we are here at the Hall of Justice. So back the camera out as there are many figures here. I already kind of did a spanning, sprawling review for the Young Justice and Hall of Justice here, but I wanted to be able to display all the figures now that make up the 3 1/4 with a Mazo almost 6 inches, but the 4-inch line of the Young Justice figures. We are sadly missing Artemis. There was another set of figures made that was a repaint of Robin. Of course, we get another Robin that looks more the Tim Drake color scale, but the 3 other new figures were Green Lantern, Superman, which would have been pretty cool, and Artemis. So they made an Artemis in this, and that was right when the line got canceled. So they had the prototype figures out there. If you go to eBay, you can actually buy Superman, and I think Green Lantern, and even the Robin. I haven't seen Artemis, but I think she's out there from what I've read. I think they were kind of out in China, that some of those figures made it out. But Superman, the last time I saw, he was $50. $50 for a 4-inch figure that was $9.99 originally on the shelf. Insane. I would love to be able to get those 4 figures, or at least the 3, Green Lantern, Superman, and Artemis, to officially complete the produced figures. But as far as the retail is concerned, this is it for the Young Justice. And I was also able to complete the Young Justice 6-inch line too. I was mentioning about Miss Martian and Superboy in a 2-pack line from Matty Collector. I am sadly going to have to pass on that. I'm really wanting to get Wave 2 or Wave 3 of the Arkham City Batman figures, and I've already pre-ordered those. So those are going to ship, and I'll get charged eventually for those. So yeah, that was just another one of those that I'm gonna have to pass on. I really wanted those 2 figures to complete the 6-inch. I've thought about trying to get a Mary Baston DCUC figure and paint her to look like Miss Martian. I've kind of thought about maybe trying to attempt that. But this was a quick little review for basically Aquaman and Aqualad here, and to officially finish the retail Young Justice line. I'm real happy with the figures that I've got. I think my wallet and my wife is a little happy that this Young Justice is done. I mean, you can count to 10 here. That's going to be sad to do. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, there's 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Almost, I don't even want to talk about it. How much money was spent here on these figures. I like it. I like what I have. These are going to look really great on my wall stand that I have. And also with the Hall of Justice. Again, like I've said, it's pretty cool. So this is kind of a redo video. But I've been asked if I was able to pick up Aquaman and Aqualad. I recently did. I waited long enough that the Toys R Us I go to is just sitting on a truckload of Aquaman and Aqualads. They had 25 of them sitting on the shelves. 25! That's a lot. And my wife said, I bet if you wait even longer, you could probably get them for $5. But, hey, $10 isn't too bad, since that would be the normal price of a single figure. So in my mind, I got a bonus free figure of a figure I already have twice of already. So anyway, that's going to do it officially for the Young Justice 4-inch line. Maybe I can score Superman or Artemis somehow if it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. But until further notice, that is it for the Young Justice. Hopefully those of you that have collected the Young Justice have been able to complete your Hall of Justice. It's really cool. It looks even really cool with my Superpowers figures. And maybe if I start doing the Superpowers review, I will just set the Hall of Justice back there as kind of a backdrop for them too. So as always, we've been taking a look at Aquaman and Aqualad, the final 2 figures that I bought for the Young Justice 4-inch line. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogue signing off and saying we will see you guys next time.